Good morning, everybody. Robert here with BRPAutodesigns.com. Today we're going to be working on a whole new project. So the other day we were out there wheeling. We took the Gladiator out on the trails and we broke a Swaybar link. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove those and actually put all new ones in. We're going with better quality ones from what we had before, and these are quick disconnect as well. So anyways, let me show you what I've got. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got the new ones in the box here, and I've got the old one here. As you can see, it just completely snapped off. It just completely broke off. So I'm not sure if it was just a bad batch where it was just, bad. And I was going to warranty it out, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to upgrade them. So we went with the Rubicon Express heavy duty Swaybar disconnects, and the reason why I did that is everything on the truck is Rubicon Express now, and so I wanted to keep it the same. Now you could tell a huge difference. We're going to open this up and show you guys what it comes with. So it comes with the decal, the instructions, and of course everything you're going to need. So let me pull one of these out and compare it to the old one. As you can see everything here, everything, just give you a quick look at what we have here. So that's pretty much it. Let's move this over. But I wanted to show you the differences in the quality. Now this was a 3.5-inch lift that these came with, as you can see. And look at the difference. Massive. So these are completely adjustable. They'll go from a 3-inch lift to a 6-inch lift, and that's also another nice feature that I like, in case if down the road I decide to go a little bit higher, I have that option. But not only that, more than anything, I wanted to do the quick disconnect. So if I'm out on the trail, I'd rather do that than have to deal with having binding issues or anything on there. I know a lot of people over time have problems with the system and that sort of thing on the Rubicons, at least in the past years. So I think this will be easier to deal with and, less mechanical. Anyways, we're going to remove the one left that's on there, and we're going to go ahead and install these two new ones. Okay, so what I did is I actually took the time and I removed that Swaybar link, and I have it here, as you can see. Alongside of it, I have the new one that we're going to be installing, and I have the tools that you're going to be needing. Now, you are going to be needing a 19mm box wrench, a 19mm socket with a ratchet, and that's pretty much all you're going to need to remove these. Now, what I did was, the reason why I said you needed this screwdriver is, you can see, I'll do a close-up. There's a hole on that, and so in order for you to tighten it, you're going to need that there, and your 19mm, and then you could pull up and grab this so it doesn't turn on you. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why you are going to need that. Now once you install that and tighten it, you're all good. This does come with these urethane spacers, which I showed you earlier. They go in here and they space it out. There's one on top and there's one on the bottom. The top one, you will need the box wrench. Is a lot easier to tighten than it is for the ratchet. So anyway, the next step is just to put them on. We'll go ahead and get that on now. All you have to do is squeeze this in down here, and if you have a rubber mallet, perfect. And so once you get that done, one there, one there, and you're golden. Now I did put the grease plugs in the front, and the reason for that is they'll be easier to get onto if you need to grease them. The other thing is they won't bind behind them when you're flexing. They won't get caught up on the spring. That was one of the reasons for that. So as you can see, the driver's side is on. It's real easy to do, real simple. Now we just have to jump over to the other side and get that one taken care of. So as you can see, we got the top one on with no issues. It's the bottom one that we're having an issue with. So on the JL and the Gladiators, we're gonna have to do some trimming. We're gonna have to trim this piece off in order to put this the bolt, or whatever you want to call it, in there. So yeah, we're gonna have to trim this off before we can put that in. Once we put that in, then we should be able to use our quick disconnect, which should be no big deal. I'm just gonna trim this off and then go from there. So as you can see, we got the top one on with no issues. It's the bottom one that we're having an issue with. So on the JL and the Gladiators, we're gonna have to do some trimming. We're gonna have to trim this piece off in order to put this the bolt, or whatever you want to call it, in there. So yeah, we're gonna have to trim this off before we can put that in. Once we put that in, then we should be able to use our quick disconnect, which should be no big deal. I'm just gonna trim this off and then go from there. Okay, so as you can see, we got it cut. So this was originally here, like so. Actually, I have it backwards, but it was like so here, okay? And the Swaybar link went between there. So I had to remove it, so I cleaned it up the best that I could. It's hard to get to it without taking everything apart, so I just kind of cleaned it up. Used a cutting wheel, as you can see, cutting wheel, and a grinder to clean it all up and smooth it out. So next step is I'm going to go ahead and spray paint it black to prevent any rust from forming, and then we'll put it in. Yeah, that's pretty much simple. Had to remove that. So now we're gonna put the top connector, or the bottom connector, I don't know what you'd call these, but the pin, I'm gonna put it in here, bolt it down, and then we'll be able to put that in, and we should be all good to go. Okay, so as we talked about, we ended up having to trim back that piece that was there. As you can see, we got it cut out, and we painted it black to prevent any rusting or anything like that. Now we put in our pins. Top one is on, the bottom one is down on. Now it's just a matter of putting the new Swaybar link on. We've got it all set up. We got everything we need here. We're just going to proceed. One thing I want to mention is you will need a box wrench to get in here. It is a tight squeeze, but that's the best way to do this one here. Once you have that, we have ours already set. We're just going to put it in, squeeze it in. There we go. This one went in easier than the other one. Oops, sorry. Ended up having a, I didn't put in the spacer for that. I have to take him back out. Okay, let's put the urethane spacers in. Top one in, bottom one in. And now, upside down, we can slide them in. Okay, now you're taking your pins, and you're golden. We're all set. Now you just need to take your grease fittings and put some grease in there, and you should be all good to go. Yep, that's it. You got the passenger side on, we got the driver's side on, and we're all good. This helps you guys out. You guys hit the like button, share it, subscribe, you know the rules. Anyways, we'll be making more videos here as the weeks come by. We got some more things going on. So anyways, have a good one. Talk to you guys soon.